Faff.
Welcome back to FPL Faff with Jez, Jack, and Jim. I'm Jez.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Jim.
Jack, tell me, how did your boys get on this week? How did the Gunners go?
They were atrocious, actually. I was trying to think of the right word. Back to front, abysmal. I was listening to one of those Arteta mic on things where he was shouting at the sideline. You hear what he was saying. A lot of bad words were said to Orba and Pepe. Best we forget that result. Let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, Everton didn't do too well either, to be honest. It was abysmal.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think... So I was going through this before.
You had a good week, as in, like, support-wise.
I picked a lot of the games, and I think I got 8 out of 10 right this week as to who was going to win, draw, or lose. And yet...
I'll have to check that. But
you won't do that, so let's just say it's correct. But that being said, you would think that I would have done a lot better with my point total.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fucking pissed off with this, to be honest.
I've got 3 1-point scores and a 0, which was... I cannot believe that I brought in Azpilicueta and he got 0 against West Brom. And consequently pushed Ollie Watkins to my bench with 7 points.
Harsh, mate. It's harsh.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought? West Brom scoring 5 against Chelsea. I mean, it was insane.
It's 100% Thiago Silva's fault.
Insane.
Red card, fucking idiot prick.
It was insane. I played Rudiger, which is a funny one, because he also got 0 points like yours.
Yeah, but except that means that you get a couple of players coming off your bench, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tell us about it.
But do you know what? Like I did this all on purpose because I was like, what's going to piss Jez off more than anything?
Just shut up and go through your team, man.
To be honest, I'm not that happy with it. I can't believe I've got 3 injuries actually. No, 2,
that's not good.
Because one is just not qualified for next week, which is Harrison, who was a big turn up. He was a big turn up.
Yes, he was.
He's a big turn up, and he was a big differential turn up.
He was. I'm so glad I had him on my second sub who came in. Whoa.
You gotta love it when it happens. You gotta love it when it happens. It doesn't happen always, but when it does, regardless of who it is, it's huge. Even if it's not your team, you're pleased.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incorrect.
Right,
Incorrect. False.
So I'm going to start with who I had, which was like before any changes, which was Martinez, Rudiger, Dallas, and Target. And then I had Fernandes, Bale, Gundogan, Lucas Moura, Bamford, Antonio, and Kane up front. I captain Kane. He did really well. 13 points. Nice. 26 there. Martinez with 4, Dallas with 2. Rudiger didn't play, so Diaz came off my bench with 6 points. Love that. Target came with 2. I'm sad that they conceded. It was like conceded. And we always knew that they were going to win, but like Fulham getting that goal ruined me. Martinez with 4 though, lovely saves, great that. Fernandes 5. What can I say? Better than nothing. It was a terrible game. It was a really terrible game to watch.
It was a terrible game to watch.
It was a horrible game. Bale, what's with that? 3 points coming on and gets me 1 point. That's awful. Gundogan being played saved me because that made Harrison come in with a huge 13 points. Lucas Moura with 2, which is pretty dead. Bamford with 2, pretty dead. Antonio injured. I swear he got an assist, but I must have been wrong. He came off in like 30 minutes or something like that. It was awful.
Love that.
And so my injuries are Antonio and Tierney. They're my injuries, and I've already made 2 transfers. I've already made my 2 transfers, so I'm not going. I might have to keep them in.
What have you done?
So, Bale out, Mo Salah in.
Very nice.
Oh, I wish that I could make that happen.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking at Bale, and I know what I said on the pod last week. I'm just going to hold on to the double game week. I'm sorry, but that man has to leave my team immediately.
Yeah.
Like
he's
he's
legit.
He cost me so much this week.
Beautiful.
I can't.
What would you have had if he didn't play?
Well, I mean, it would have had Watkins come off the bench, so I mean, it effectively cost me 6 points, and that turns an okay week into a good week.
Oh, mate! But Jack, you got those 6 points, didn't you?
I've got what, mate? Say that again.
You got those points back, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I did. That was he was my first sub. He was my first sub. What happened there? Yeah, so I bench Stones anyway. So that probably would have been a mistake, to be honest. But the fact he didn't play meant that it was made no difference to me. Gundogan didn't play. Watkins came off my bench for 7 points. So yeah, that was a touch.
Amazing.
My team, we'll run through quick. Pope with 2, Conser with 2, Reguilon 1, Dallas 2, an absolute shocker for my defence this week. Midfield of Son with 1. I made a late change. I got rid of Bale and got rid of Son in the 11th hour. Made no blindest bit of difference. A midfield of Rafinha with 6. Pleased with that. Fernandes 5 with his assist, and then Mo Salah kept the faith. He got me 8 points. And then Watkins with 7, Bamford with 2, and he saved my game week single-handedly. Harry Kane captain, 26 points.
Huge, yeah.
Wow.
At least you captain Kane. I mean,
yeah. Well, I was going to say, like, this could have been a disastrous week. I literally had 3 players who did anything attacking in my entire team, and thankfully, my top scoring player Harry Kane also had my armband. So at the back, I had Martinez, just like both of you guys, 4 points. Conser with 2, Cresswell with 1. Since I brought him back in, he's done nothing, and it's really paining me that he's so expensive. Anyway, Dallas, same story. Got rid of him, got him back, 2 points, and he's continuing to do nothing. Azpilicueta, my excellent transfer of the week, with 0 points. Fernandes with 5. Son with 1. I guess the encouraging sign is that Son is back and playing. Bale with 1. He needs to leave. Jesse Lingard with 12. That was huge.
I mean, come on. That is huge.
It is huge. I mean, between him and Kane, they just saved my week. Mm-hmm. And so then up front, I've got DCL with 2 points. He has been very disappointing as of late. And Harry Kane with 13, which turns to 26, which brings me to 56 all up.
Yeah, that's not bad, mate. Above 50 is like a decent.
Yeah, look, it's fine. It's fine, but I guess the danger is when somebody like Harry Kane turns up, you can bet that most people in the world will have him as their captain. Yeah. So 56 turns into a pretty mediocre score.
But also, if you went for a differential, I've seen some people who captained Fernandes this week and it flopped. So it's swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, that is brutal. Yeah, we've had so many that we flopped on it with the captains. I scraped the 64 points, which I'm glad that I didn't take any minus going into it as well, which is lovely.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, like my team now, I have Pope in goal against Newcastle.
Okay.
I'm paying a 3-5-2, which is obviously a Jim. No bite on that, Chairs? Oh.
Look, it's just so obviously not a Jim. My lawyers will be contacting you about the trademark infringement. Let's get on with it.
The thing is, so I just before all these games were played, I was definitely getting in Kevin De Bruyne against Leeds because he had a great game. He doesn't show points wise, but he had a great game, and I know obviously this Leeds game. City Leeds is going to be so open. It's going to be. I'm anticipating like a huge result. Anyway, I was going to get.
It's going to be like 10-2.
I was going to get Kevin, but I was just like, obviously they've got a blank, and Liverpool's fixtures look really lovely.
They do,
don't they? For the last last few games. So I was just like, do you know what? I can look. They're playing every week. I'm just going to look in and load it. And I took out Jack Harrison.
Wow. I don't blame you, actually. Leeds' next run of games is not nice.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to go near another Leeds player. To be honest, if I wasn't looking to get out players who aren't going to play in the blank in a couple of weeks' time, I'd be getting Dallas straight out.
Yeah. So I'll bring another one in because I like having 3 Leeds players. I'll bring another one in for game week 34 onwards for the rest of the season.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, so I got in Jota.
Yeah, mate, nice. Salah and Jota, ready to go. Just two players that casually slot into your team. I've got my wild card, so I'm not jealous because you'll be pleased to know I've done exactly the same moves. But,
damn it!
I'm not pleased to know that because I've been looking at Jota. He needs to enter my team. To be honest, it might be this week.
Dude, when I got. Oh, do you know I've made money on him already? Shit.
Yeah.
So I got him in. Yeah, so I got him in at 6.7. And he's already 6.8.
Oh, that hurts me. See, the thing is, I probably don't want Gundogan for any longer, but I think I'm just going to have to stick with him this week because I also don't want to take any minus points.
He's probably going to play against Leeds.
Yeah, I mean, so he is. He probably is. That's the thing. They've got their Champions League game. We're actually recording this. What day is it? Tuesday, and they are playing right now as we speak. I think he will play against Leeds.
He's just scored a hat trick. Oh my god! You've got to keep him in. Oh my word! Kidding.
Funny.
No, but you're right. If he's playing in this game, which I'm just checking, he is. So he is starting tonight, which. I don't know whether that will give me confidence or not. I don't think it does if he's playing tonight.
Actually, to be fair, they've wrapped up the league. They've got their return fixture. What do you call it? The other fixture in their Champions League tie not soon after. So I actually think that he might be benched this weekend. This coming week.
This is on Gundogan, right? I think he's going to play. I seriously think he'll play the whole game. Yeah.
The thing I don't like about City is I'm looking. You saw them on the weekend. I'm looking at them now. Again, they don't. Once again, they don't have a recognised striker starting. They're playing up front. They got Bernardo Silva as the front striker, Mahrez, De Bruyne, and Foden behind. Stones is playing, classic. But you look at that bench, and it's just. You got Torres, Aguero, Jesus, Sterling, they're just ready to bring those players back in for the league, which means, I don't know, as an example, I mean, for me, I'm playing my wildcard this week. I've got rid of all my City players. It's too risky. I just don't want to have to worry about it.
I totally agree. I'm trying to space out my transfers over the next couple of weeks so I don't take a minus. So I don't want him in my team, but he's just got to stay there.
Just play your wildcard.
Same joke 6 weeks in a row. How hilarious.
I did like that one. I've only got Diaz and Gundogan. And I've Rice captain Gundogan. Fuck it. I've got Mo Salah with my captain, with my armband.
So let's talk about that a little bit because I'm looking at the fixtures next week and I don't think there's any real clear-cut winners here apart from the City game. And do you want to slap on a City player who, if you do have KDB, he needs your armband? But correct. I don't have him. You don't have him.
That was going to be my game plan, but like I said, I'm going to just try it with Mo.
I think it's worth noting.
Yeah.
I think it's worth noting just because we're talking about De Bruyne. He has just put City 1-0 up against Dortmund. As we've been talking, he has just scored. I think that City. City Leeds game is absolutely the one to watch. Other than that, my captain's on Salah against Villa. I think that's...
What's your team? Because I'm sure the listeners definitely want to hear our teams properly. So what's your team going into Game Week 31? Jack.
So to be honest, there will be more changes to be made. I've only made 4 so far, but I wanted to think about it this week. I'll tell you what I've made. I've transferred out both of my goalkeepers. So out goes Areola and Pope, and in comes Forster and Mendy.
Yep.
From Chelsea. I hope he's nailed. I'm sure he will be. I've taken Gundogan out for Jota. Yeah. I have taken John Stones out and put in Rudiger.
Whoa, okay.
Is that a mistake?
No.
I don't think Rudiger's going to play in the next couple of weeks.
He will.
If he doesn't play, I've got 15 starting players, so I'm quite happy with my bench. If that is the case, to be honest, I've kept a few players. I've kept Bruno. I've kept Son. I've kept Kane. I've kept Salah.
You got Son. Okay.
I had Son last week. I took him out for Bale.
You got him in for Bale, yeah.
Got him in for Bale even, yeah. Watkins is currently still in my team. I'm still not sure about that. I am...
So there's a big guy. There's a big player. Big guy. He's not that big, but he is a big player that you haven't mentioned yet. And I'm surprised because I think I might take a minus to get him in. But I also might take a little bigger a minus to try and get Kevin De Bruyne in as well, but maybe that'll be a bit rash. But I'm talking about Lingard.
Yes.
Jay Lings.
So Lingard, I can easily get him in for Rafinha. And Rafinha's fixture is pretty gross in the next 3 or 4, so
yeah.
If you don't do, I mean, you're definitely going to do that. As if you're not going to do that.
Well,
Jay Lings is the most informed player in the Premier League at this moment.
Mate, he's great and he's getting a shitload of points. But with Antonio out of the side, like what happens there? I think Antonio is really important for the way that Lingard plays. So I am thinking about that. I'm thinking about Jarrod Bowen as well for West Ham.
Yeah.
When Antonio wasn't playing, Bowen played up front. So there's a chance.
I think that's the most likely situation, to be honest. Probably be Bowen and maybe Benrahma steps back in and they play
Benrahma.
2 up top. I don't know.
I'm definitely looking at a Wolves defender. I'll be honest with that. I think they conceded 3 against West Ham.
Wolves have not defended well this season, though.
But you look at their fixtures.
I look at their fixtures, but I'm also looking at their most recent results, and I'm like, when was the last time they kept a clean sheet? You know,
in their next 5 games, they've got Fulham, Sheffield United, Burnley, West Brom, and Brighton. Like if they're not keeping 3 out of 5 clean sheets, there something seriously.
I don't think they will.
The lower averages, Jez. Come on, the lower averages. They're not big scoring games. Like
so, West Brom will score. West Brom will score. Burnley will score. Fulham will score.
Burnley will not.
Chris Wood, man, he's 3 goals in 4 games.
What are you on, mate?
I'm on statistics.
To score.
I'm currently looking at Semedo.
Look, man, Wolves have been average this year. They can't defend to save their lives, and they've got no attacking threat.
But guys,
I'm not disputing that.
I really enjoyed that game. Wolves West Ham. Sorry, that was a really entertaining game to watch. I would have loved it to be 3-3. I really wanted it to be 3-3, but I thought it was great. Yeah.
That's what I'm keeping Reguilon because he's got the double game week coming up. So I'm going to stick with it. And Ben Davies is out injured, so I think he's going to.
With those fixtures you just said, I'm seriously going to look. I'm looking at Fabio Silva because that finish that he did was excellent.
If Fabio Silva was nailed to start, I'd be looking at him, but I don't think he's going to be starting.
I think he should be. He should just start.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, they've got William Jose who gives them something different. I think in a couple of years' time, Fabio Silva, interesting player. At this stage in time, not quite.
But with
Speaking of interesting players, Jim, I'm curious to hear who your Turn On King of the Week is.
Oh, do you know what? There's quite a few. But no, it can only be this one because it's just to rub salt in the wound. It has to be Jack Harrison.
It does have to be Jack Harrison. For fuck's sake.
King.
Yeah, it does.
You could have said Pierre for West Brom, Sure,
Yes.
but
Yep.
no, it's Jack
No,
Harrison.
just for the salt. Okay.
Jack Harrison, he was firmly sat on my second bench. And
Second bench. It's not even first bench.
Yeah.
You don't deserve points.
no, like Diaz was
Such a prick.
Like I said, I did it just
That's
literally
it.
just to
Pod's
wind you up.
over. Done.
Right, should we dive in?
It has to be.
Oh, I agree.
Wait, real quick, Jim. Tiny turn up.
Oh, it'll be Lingard.
There you
And
go.
it wasn't a not so tiny. It was solid.
That was a pretty solid turn up. Goal,
Have
assist,
we-
3 bonus points. Love that.
Do we know what your team's going to be? Jez?
Me.
Yeah.
So I'm still tossing up whether I'm going to get Bale out this week. I've got some things to figure out.
Why haven't you done it already? I'm not being funny.
It's probably going to happen tonight, but I need to give it some more thought. It's
Whoa,
probably
live
my
on the
thing
pod.
is
Live on the
Live
pod.
on the
no.
pod.
We all know how that works out. So if I get Bale out, I'm going to want another Spurs player next week because I want to
No.
triple up on the double game week. Yes,
Yep.
but
Okay.
I think what it'll be is Hugo
Can
Lloris because
you not get De Bruyne in?
no, I literally cannot afford it unless I wreck my team, and then
How?
also then I still want to have a full complement of players playing in the blank game week in 33. If I'm bringing in De Bruyne for Bale right now, that's so. First of all, I can't afford that as a direct swap, so I've got to make 2 changes, and then I'm taking a -4 to do something I'm not happy with, and then I've got to take another -4 to get a full 11 players playing in a couple of weeks' time.
I mean, I get it, but I'm more than happy to just have 2 Spurs players in the double. Like,
Yeah, but I don't know. I think probably the most likely situation is I'm going to get rid of Bale, get in Lloris just for a couple of weeks so that he can play that double, and that's fine. Then I'll offload him for Forster because let's not forget that Southampton do have a double still to play in the year. So I'm trying to maximize on doubles as much as I can just because I need to make up some points.
Smart.
fair.
You guys both don't sound convinced, but
I don't
you know
know,
what?
I mean,
I get it.
neither am
I get it. This isn't the time to be taking like heavy minus points towards the back end of the
No.
season.
No.
The one thing I would say is whatever transfers you make now, you're probably fine for them to be 1 or 2 week punts. Like this isn't a time
Yeah.
for long term plays.
Yep.
Unless you're playing a wildcard like me, and you can. All right. Okay. Top.
I can't wait for you to just get half your team and they have a shocker. It's just ones, maybe a 2 in there.
Look, I mean, fingers crossed. I hope both of you guys absolutely flop and I fly to the top, you know?
I appreciate both of those comments. I'm afraid to say it's absolutely impossible that my team is going to go down the ranks. I'm looking at it now. I think I'm currently 27,000 in the world. That's the highest I'm going to be in the next few weeks. I'm pushing triple figures here. I'm going to go with.
I'm
gonna
only
be
a couple
top
points
1,000.
behind you. I'm only a couple
You are,
points
mate. You're
behind
very,
you now.
you're very close to me. You're very
I'm
close.
so
to me.
close, but I'm like 30,000 in the world. And what are you? So, how many points is that? 8 points? Yeah, 8 points ahead.
Yeah, it's close. It's tight.
Ooh.
What I'm praying for, this will be the biggest clue, is that I am praying that Chelsea continue to keep clean sheets and Liverpool continue to score. And if both of those things keep happening, I think I'll be all right.
Yeah. Do you know what? Because we've got very similar teams. Unless I have another Jack Harrison turn up, which I can't because he's out my team. I'm not going to be able to take you. I can't take you.
No, you can, man. It'll be tight.
There needs to be a differential out of nowhere. It's going to be somebody like Regulon or...
It's gonna be-
I
it's
don't
gonna
want
be-
to be the differential for Jack. Come on.
Yeah, but let's be
I think I
real.
know what it's
Jack's
going
going
to
to win the
be.
league.
I
Go
think I
on.
know what it's going to be. It's going to be a goal kick from Mendy, gets caught in the wind, bounces and goes in, also keeps a clean sheet, 3 bonus points, and it's going to be that one of
Insane.
those 3 bonus points that wins it.
I'll tell you what's happening right
Oh.
now. I'm taking a look at my pick team, and I have because you've just gotten Jota. Kieran Tierney is flagged, but he's going to play and he's going to get a brace against Sheffield United. So that's
He's
what's gonna
not going to play. You're going to be very sad about it.
I haven't actually seen
Yeah,
that
and
today.
Arsenal are going to win 6-0.
The thing for Tierney, it's never like a week or 2. It's always like 4 or 5. That's my only worry with Tierney. Do you know, he's so injury prone. It's touch and go with him.
I've got him starting. I have him starting, and then on my
Mate, I look at
first
Leno.
sub-
I'm flipping a coin between Mendy and Leno, but I think I'm going to stick with Mendy.
No, stick with Mendy. Chelsea are actually a legitimately good team, and Arsenal are well.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. What?
No more needs to be said.
I mean, I could probably call the transfers out. It's going to be Antonio and Tierney, who are
Go on.
still
Transfers
firmly in my team.
in and out. James, what do you think?
Faff.
I am. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm seeing a sea of white at the minute. But we'll take from the top. So number one is Gareth Bale, who has been shipped out. I think he's gone down 0.2 in 2 days. So he's not having a good time. Ilkay Gundogan is number two. So his value will almost certainly go down as well. It's a big plummet as well. Not too many managers getting him in. Number three is Patrick Bamford. Number four is Rafinha. Despite his assist, he played very well as well. He was very good.
The thing is, he's an important player to them. Like, regardless of who they're against, I think that he's going to be involved. I don't think that's the smartest choice.
I've got him out, as I said, for I haven't right now. It's either going to be Lingard or Mason Mount, but he's going to come out of my team.
Mount.
But he's going to come back in.
I'm a bit perplexed to understand why Patrick Bamford's coming out of teams again. Like, what does the guy have to do? Yeah,
it's
but
the fixtures, mate. Honestly,
if anyone's going to score against City, it's him. If anyone's going to score against Liverpool, it's him. If anyone's going to score against Man United, he's in the mix. Like, throughout the doubt, he lost.
I would back all of those three teams.
The Leeds Liverpool game at the start of the season. Think about the Leeds Liverpool game at the start of the season. That was insane. Remember?
Yeah, that's it's always a mystery when you play a team who's just been promoted, and you don't really have the scouting report as such. Like, I'm sure they've done their research, but it's not the same. You haven't seen them play in the league. You don't know what it's going to be. Now, Liverpool, Manchester City, they've seen Leeds play. They know what they're about.
I'm not sure whether I believe this, but I'm going to say it anyway. But with Leeds, they are so full on. They run and run and run. And they're not only... They always run and run. They never really rotate their team. We're coming towards the end of the season and they're playing City, Liverpool, United. I'm not interested. Towards the back end of the season, I think there's a few nice fixtures in there. They finished the season with Brighton, Spurs, Burnley, Southampton and West Brom. I'm probably going to get at least 2 Leeds players back in from that point. But I think for now, on the wild card, there's 3 weeks. I don't need them, is the way I'm looking at it. Number 4 is Rafinha, also on that list. Antonio is number 5. We don't know the extent of his injury. I can't imagine it's going to be a week. I feel like that might be a little bit longer. That's always a problem with him. Number 6 on the out list is Son, which I kind of understand.
I think that's a poor choice.
But he's got a double. He's got a double game week coming up.
He's got a double. He's just played 45 minutes. You would think by next week he's going to be fit and playing 90. And certainly by double game week, he's going to be fit and playing 90.
Yeah, maybe they'll get him in for that, right?
Yeah, go on. Sorry, Jim.
No, I'm just saying, I've got 3 eggs in a really big game basket. So that is Man United and Spurs. So
the thing is
I don't know how to call that.
The thing is about Son. Do we think that? I know actually any Spurs player apart from Kane, I think is probably exempt from this. But they're obviously playing City in the blank game week 33. Are they going to rest any of their players for the double in order for that final? If so, that might be a concern.
Yeah.
Because Spurs are playing for Europe.
In the double?
Because Spurs are playing for a European place, I think they're going to have to keep playing all of their strongest players. I don't think Son will get rested. I don't think Kane will get rested. I do think players like Bale might play one game. Lucas Moura might get a little bit of rest and play one game. There'll be some other rotation in the squad, but I don't think Kane or Son.
Yeah, I think you're right. Back to Leeds for number 7 is Stuart Dallas. All 3 of my Leeds players have been transferred out. So he's gone. Number 8 is Ollie.
Just listing my team.
Yeah, number 8 is Ollie Watkins.
Oh, dear.
That is your teammate. Fuck.
Number 9 is João Cancelo, who's playing tonight in the Champions League. And number 10, Jez, I'm sorry, dude. It's another one of your players. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin is number 10.
I don't know what to do. I mean...
Oh, mate, you're right.
Half of my team is on that list.
Yeah.
But, dude, we were talking just before about differentials. So.
That's true. I mean, I guess these will be differentials. I've got all of the out-of-form players. Let's hope they all simultaneously turn up.
All right, are we ready? Are we ready for the? Are we ready for the top 10 out? In sorry.
Guaranteed.
Jota rather,
is number 1.
He has to be. Do you know? I need to make this live on the pod. Jota's got to come in for Bale.
Number 1.
No.
Transfer in. Diogo Jota.
Yeah.
He's entering my side tonight. It will not be on the pod. But
live
it's happening.
on the pod.
No.
Live on the pod. Number 2 is Lingardio.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's there.
I'm going to guess number 3 being Kevin De Bruyne.
He is not in the top 10. Number 3
really? Fuck.
is actually
Harry Kane?
Kelechi Iheanacho.
Whoa. Okay.
A lot of people taking punts.
Yeah,
Leicester have some nice fixtures.
They do.
That's fair. I think that's smart. Actually, that's smart. Yeah.
The interesting thing about Iheanacho is I thought he was going to play the full 90 against City. James Maddison came back from injury. He featured, and I was watching this game and I thought, well, surely it's going to be for Perez, and it wasn't. It was for Iheanacho. So I don't know what that means. I'm not going to look too much into him. I think he's a really nice replacement for Bamford, certainly for the next few fixtures. So he's in at number 3. Harry Kane is number 4.
Yep.
Mohamed Salah is number 5. I can see his value going up again, which I hope it does. He's obviously back on the score sheet. Back on the assist sheet is Trent Alexander-Arnold, number 6, who is a really smart pick. I think if anyone can afford him, he's looking back to his best, and he's very low owned as well. For his standards, 14% is fairly low. Number 7, after his 21-point haul, is Pereira for West Brom.
That is a bandwagon and a half. That's a last-ditch punt.
Yeah,
I mean, completely. I think fair. Their fixtures aren't that bad.
He's 5.3.
Oh,
he's not.
He's got 20 points. He's got 20 points in this week, and then it's been 8 weeks since he's scored more than 2.
They're playing Southampton at home next.
Southampton aren't as bad as you continue to say they are.
Oh, dude, they are. I can't.
They're not though.
They are.
They're better than West Brom. Let's be real. West Brom were playing against 10 men on the weekends. Okay, fair enough. It was Chelsea, but with 10 men for 75 minutes, what do you think's going to happen?
You would think though that West Brom was slightly the more informed team.
Southampton. Listen,
I don't agree.
I think. I mean, they're safe. Southampton. I don't think they're going down, but they're not. They're kind of still there. I mean, they're only. Yeah, I'm not saying they're a great team, but I am saying that West Brom are trash. Yeah. Put it this way: if West Brom won, I don't think I'd be too surprised.
Yeah.
Look, I wouldn't be massively surprised, but I don't see that result coming this week.
Do you know what it's going to be? It's going to be 1-1. I don't know what the fixtures aren't up yet.
Look, I think it will. I think it'll be one of those grim ones. 1-1 seems like a fair result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, sorry. Do I take Lucas Moura out for Lingard?
No.
Not for the double. No.
They're not in a double though.
No, but next week.
The week after, they got three games in 2 game weeks.
Yeah.
I'd be holding on to Moura.
Moura against Man United. I'm not feeling it. I don't know.
I feel like there could be goals in that game. Anyway, let's go on with the list.
Yeah.
We'll carry on. Yeah, Ruben Dias is number 8 on this list.
Coming in, yes.
The guy that just never, ever seems to... I think he's been rested... once all season. So he's
a rock. He's locked into that team.
Forever nailed.
He's not leaving my team. He's just not.
Yeah, smart. Keep him in. Luke Shaw is number 9 and Son is number 10.
Son, number 10. Yeah, there you go. Luke Shaw's an interesting one. I don't know about... Actually, United have got some pretty okay fixtures coming up. I was thinking about him for Azpilicueta last week. Luke Shaw on the weekend, even though Brighton looked better than Man United for about 80% of the game, Luke Shaw was one of those players who looked like he was getting forward, and it didn't come off, but he wants to be up there and involved. I think that he's going to be huge in the next 8 game weeks.
He'll be in my team already. He's going to be a swap. Either I do Tierney for Trent, but I don't want to triple up on Liverpool because it just goes against everything I believe in, and or Tierney for sure, but not yet. Maybe after this game week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, definitely. If you got Tierney, I don't think he's going to play personally, but I would keep him and play him in the hope that he does.
Yeah.
Because that's a clean sheet, I think, at least.
Faff.
Fixtures.
Shall we? Yeah, okay. Fixtures. There we go. First up is, you know what? I am going to call this my turnip of the week. Fulham Wolves.
I'm looking through it.
No, there's another turnip in there, I can assure you.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. This is not the turnip.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I've just seen it. I immediately take that back.
This is going to be 2-1 Wolves.
I agree. Wolves win. I'm gonna go 1-0 Wolves.
Nope.
Okay.
Disagree with both of you. Surprise, surprise. Fulham 2-1. Manchester City leads.
Oh, wow.
I don't think any of us can count how high there are goals in this game. Let's just say that.
So I'm gonna say I'm going to try and keep it low. 4-3 Man City.
I'm going to keep this reasonable. City, they got the second leg of their Champions League. They might play. I think they'll play a weakened side. But I think they'll still win. I'm going to go 3-1 City.
That's actually more accurate. I don't think Leeds are going to score 3 goals, to be honest.
I think I'm going to go very similar to you guys and sort of split the difference. I'm going to go 4-2. Yeah, 4-2.
Yeah. Do you know? Actually, Leeds might struggle to score.
I think they will score. I mean, they just have too much energy not to get something.
Yeah,
and
but the thing,
Manchester City are going to spend so much time attacking that I think they will get hit at least once on the counter.
But there is a big difference. Their defense is still fucking good, isn't it?
It is. Sadly,
it's so good.
They're probably going to play players like Benjamin Mendy, who is not the most defensively solid. If he plays, he'll get an assist probably going forward, and then he'll let a few key opportunities go past him.
I agree. Agreed.
Liverpool, Aston Villa. So obviously in the first leg of this, if you will, 7-2 Villa.
Love that.
Absolute dicking. What do we think?
So I think Liverpool got to actually go try and prove a point. For one, it's at Anfield, and they haven't been great at Anfield. And 2, they're going to really want to prove a point against Villa. And that said, they're probably going to lose. But no, seriously, I think they have to win this game. I think just to keep them anywhere in the mix of being in the top 4.
They absolutely do.
And and I think they really want to do a really convincing win. So I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool.
I think it will be a Liverpool win as well. I think they do. I think it's spot on. They got something to prove. Not because of the result earlier in the season, but I just think that they need that top four. They're currently 2-0 down to Real Madrid. I can't see them coming back from that in the Champions League.
Thanks for that one, Jack. I definitely had that game paused.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, my mistake.
I mean, dude, you should definitely have warned us because, come on, what did you think we were going to do? Like,
not mention Champions League while we're on a Premier League fantasy podcast.
I mean, you started it when you said they were playing. Who else was playing? Like Spurs were playing, right? Where are you
City.
Spurs? Oh, City. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Spurs in the Champions League. Whoa, they win. Yeah, so you started that. Sorry, mate.
Yes.
Good.
I'm afraid. So yeah, they're 2-0 down. I'm gonna go 2-0 Liverpool.
I think Villa are going to score. I think it's going to be a very tough game for Liverpool. Even though they've got Jota who's in form, I'm still not convinced. I'm just going to give it to them 2-1.
2-1 to Liverpool. Oh.
Yeah. Crystal Palace, Chelsea.
4-1 Chelsea.
Oh.
Okay.
I can't see.
Palace? Is that yeah? I can't,
it's at Selhurst Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
They don't do well. They don't. How many times have they taken a thrashing against Selhurst already this season?
They've got to bounce back, man. They just lost 5-2 to West Brom.
I mean, they did really well against at Goodison, but like we've been shit at Goodison. But like, yeah, they were solid. But I just can't see them holding Chelsea back.
I can. I think this is 1-1.
Wow.
You heard it here first. 1-1.
I think it's going to be normal service resumed for Chelsea. It will be a comfortable 2-0 win.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least.
Burnley, Newcastle.
There
we go.
This is it. This is the one. It's a 12 o'clock kickoff on a Sunday.
Not watching this on Sunday. That's like too early.
Do you know what though? That said, very important game when it comes to.
Oh, it's the most important game.
Yeah,
probably this week.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
Oh.
Do you know what? It might be. This might not be a turnip. It might actually be because this
is going to be a really hard fought game because I mean both teams really need this one. Obviously Newcastle more so, but
if they go for it, great. Because I want it to be like literally fiery, but like I just can't see it happening.
Do you know what? This is 1-1. This is 1-1. It's a grim two teams. It's going to be a grim result for FPL.
I think it's either a 1-0 or 2-1, and it'll be right at the end. It'll be controversial, and it's going to go to Newcastle.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jack?
I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay. West Ham, Leicester. This is an important game too.
Yes. Leicester's going to win. I'm a little bit sad. Sorry, West Ham fans out there, that you won against Wolves. That should have been 3-3. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to 2-1 Leicester.
I do hope you're right. Yeah, I need West Ham to lose some games just for Liverpool's sake, even though I've got Jay Lings. It would be nice if it's 3-1 Leicester and Jesse Lingard scores.
I'm going to agree with you, Jim. 2-1 Leicester.
Okay. Spurs, Manchester United. I will definitely be watching this game with keen interest.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Both teams aren't in their best form, really, if you think about it. I can't call it, guys. Do you know what? 2-1 Man United. 2-1 Man United.
2-1 Man United. Okay. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this one. This is the hardest one to pick. I think this could be a very disappointing game, actually, even though I am watching it with keen interest. 1-1.
Jez, I agree with you entirely. 1-1.
Oh, grim. Sheffield, Arsenal. Well, there's only one winner here. Ollie McBurney, big fat head.
Sheffield have got this. Sheffield's
this
got
is
this
4-0.
in the bag.
4-0 to Arsenal. Let's move on.
I'm not going to be.
Arsenal.
I'm not going to be as optimistic. I think 2-0 Arsenal is a clean sheet.
Okay, fair enough. West Brom, Southampton. Go on, tell me that West Brom's going to win. I dare you.
2-1 West Brom.
No, 1-1.
Both of you are incorrect. This is a Southampton win, 2-1. And the final game of the game week is Brighton Everton.
Oh, not wanting to.
I think Brighton's going to do Everton. Actually, I think they are.
Sake. They are, and it's. Oh.
DCL is going to get a yellow card and probably play 59 minutes, 0 points, and Leandro Trossard and Danny Welbeck are going to be looking like I don't know if Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo teamed up.
I like
that's
Brighton,
what it's going to look like.
But they shouldn't be getting a result against us, and they will play well. But I do think we're going to edge it. I don't think it's going to be a great game to watch. I'm going to say 2-1 Everton.
Ooh.
Please let it be 2-1 Everton. At least
2-1 Brighton. 2-1 Brighton.
I can't see them scoring twice though, Brighton. The only way they're scoring twice is
Jim, Everton cannot defend.
Get an own goal.
Everton concede goals every single week, regardless of who they're playing
against.
It's
just like a tiny error all the time. Like also,
yeah, it is.
He came out too quick. Got unlucky. It was a great finish by. Oh, who was it? Who scored? He was subbed on for Palace. Who was it? It was quality. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, 2-1 Everton.
I think it's going to be a replica result of their previous game. I'm going to go Brighton 1, Everton 1.
It will be.
And just for anyone who's curious, it was Batshuayi. That's who it was.
Yes.
Wow. I did not think I would be saying that name in regards to goal scoring this season, but there we are. Guys, that is it for the pod this week. If you do want to join our our FPL Faff mini league at this late point in the season, you can do so with the code DKSORK. I am rocketing downwards and having a pretty bad time. Jack's about to win the league by 600 points with his wildcard, and Jim is just going to continue talking nonsense. Boys, this has been fun.
Yeah,
it has.
Faff.